Hi, this is Lana Sackwild from lanasackwild.com. I'm here with you guys today for part 3, the final part of this series on a mindset for lucid dreaming and manifestation. So we've been discussing rewriting limiting beliefs that may have become a part of your blueprint. It might be from authority figures in your life, the kind of environment that you grew up in, how this kind of belief system can shrink our dreams. It can stop us going for something bigger. It can have us doubting our highest potential that we can reach. And I believe that this is an actual type of sin. It's a sin in the way where you are missing the mark if you're playing into this. If you don't believe that you are worthy, if you don't believe that you can aim for your bigger dreams, your bigger desires, then you are consciously or unconsciously missing the mark. You're letting the negativity, the self-sabotaging voices come into your mind and trap you or trip you up. And so the thing that I really want to address today for part 3 is that this is so much more than just mindset. Mindset is kind of like the first layer of this. Having the right dream be made manifest in your heart and in your mind, and knowing and learning and growing and starting to recognize that at the core, this dream seed or desire, whatever you want to call it, has been planted for you within you, and that you're enough to grow it. You are enough to nurture it. You're enough to bring it from a simple dream into a reality. This is where the mindset work begins, and it's the first layer of that transformation onion. This is all true. The course focuses on having the right mindset to really dive deeper into the work, and we're going to look at the blueprints, the patterns that no longer serve you, and really observe how these are programmed and how new updates can come into your life so that you can hit that next level of success. How to actually move through potential trauma, heal wounds, and dreams that have been maybe crushed or torn down for whatever reason throughout your life, and how to really identify when self-sabotage comes into play and why or how to break those repeating cycles that lead us into those unknown paths of procrastination, of doubt, of worry, how to release, to heal, to move on and live that abundant and lucid life that you were created to live. Because in my experience, if you don't do that deep inner work, that self-exploration before you decide to step into business or step into lucid entrepreneurship, bring something new into creation, then it's not going to work. You cannot reach the level of success or see the results that you desire. You aren't actually going to be able to implement or take action if you're having an amazing mindset, so to speak, on Monday and Tuesday, but then it comes Wednesday to Friday, sometimes Sundays, and you're letting all the old back in and you're feeling like crap because it hasn't truly been dealt with. And yes, you might be able to have a good couple of days here and there, but those just couple of days, those random days, are not going to bring you the kind of consistency that you need and you deserve, and the accountability that's required to truly manifest at that next level. And that's what I want to address today. And this is why you'll see a lot of startup entrepreneurs or people who are starting on a new path, a new beginning in life. And I used to be included in this category myself about 2 years ago, where you'll have a great month and then it's back to zero. Or you hit a couple of goals, have a couple of really great days and a few great weeks, and then you hit a slump again. Or you can't just quite get over those hurdles. It feels like there's always another obstacle in the way. So what I would really like to use to address this is the lucidity element, the lucid living and the lucid dreaming practices as a whole for manifestation, because this can really be the difference in beginning and being able to take action, actually implement, and start seeing results even before you're fully ready for it in the waking state. And it's why I say that my students describe this practice all day as a practice that accelerates you and your growth. It gets you the end results faster. So let me describe this in a bit more detail for you about exactly how it works and how you can start using this today. So you might be in a state in your waking life where 3 days out of the week you see the world as limited. You don't deeply believe in being able to achieve your dreams or manifest those bigger desires. You see the world as not always supporting you, maybe sometimes even blocking you, or other people blocking you, not being able to truly attain what it is that you need or what you're going for, not having that clear pathway or process available. So it's very helpful to begin lucid dreaming and entering what you might refer to as a mirror reality of this world, where this doesn't have to be the case for you, and you're truly able to taste and actually experience this mirror reality where it's different. When you're lucid dreaming, you can very easily recognize yourself as the creator, or certainly the co-creator of your life and the world or the universe around you. When you're lucid dreaming, you can start experimenting with what you can do that you may not be able to do in your regular waking state of consciousness, breaking the general laws around us in the waking state, experimenting with things. Common things are like flying, right? You've probably heard people say they've had amazing flying lucid dreams because they get to feel that total sense of freedom and doing something that they're not able to do in regular waking state consciousness. Starting to manifest lucidly whatever you want out of thin air. Speaking into the dream, show me an entire buffet full of all my favorite food, and then poof, it appears right in front of your eyes. You can taste it, you can experience it. So then as you start to go deeper into lucid dreaming, you'll begin recognizing like, whoa, I'm really not bound by anything at all in this space. I can be any age, any gender, any species. I can go backwards and forwards in time. I don't need money. I have the ability to start learning any skill that I want to, and it's taking up none of my waking life time or energy. And you start seeing and living in this new way where you recognize that the possibilities are endless. And if you start doing this in the right way in your lucid dreams, you can begin transferring this way of living back into the waking state with you every morning when you wake up. So you start not just dreaming lucidly, but living and manifesting lucidly in the waking state. So it's not just about having the right mindset, it's actually really living the mindset. And I used to get so frustrated with people, hearing people, coaches and people in the online space say all the time, you just need the right mindset, because you're like, well, I'm trying, or like, I feel like I'm doing it. I feel like I'm setting myself up for the right mindset every day. But what I didn't recognize was it's more than that, because it's not just thinking you have the right mindset. That's not enough. You have to experience life with that mindset fully embodied and in place. It's like when you learn a new word. Type yes in the comments if you've ever had this kind of experience where you learn a new word and then you suddenly start hearing everyone use it like all day, and it's on TV and people are using it in conversations, and you're like, am I only noticing this now because I didn't know this word before, or has everyone been using this and I haven't recognized it? And then you only really feel comfortable with that word once you've used it successfully in your own life. Then you try using it yourself in your own sentences, in your own conversations, and then you're able to integrate it and then feel truly comfortable with using it and you tap into the power behind that word. This is a little bit like that, but rather than having to just have a belief or a dream or a mindset and trying to go along with it in the waking state, which is extremely hard to implement, you get the lucid dreaming space, which acts as this middle ground, like your own personal virtual reality of the universe. It's this practice place where you can start to fully integrate things consequence-free. For example, you want to be more confident. Confidence comes with practice, right? But it is so hard to practice confidence in a waking life scenario because you're going to have to put yourself into situations where you don't usually feel confident or you feel uncomfortable. So it's inauthentic. And just because you tell yourself, like, I'm ready to be confident today, does not mean that the next time you're on a call with a client or a student or you're talking to someone in person that you suddenly will be. However, if you decide, I want to be confident in my introductions with people, I want to greet people in a new way where I radiate this energy of confidence and happiness that I truly feel inside, and you spend all night lucid dreaming and introducing yourself to different dream characters and experimenting with introductions or talking to new students or new prospects and using different words, different languages, standing in different power stances, and even receiving live feedback from conscious dream characters on how it feels to do this, you better believe it's going to be much easier for you to then step out the next day in your actual waking life and actually confidently introduce yourself in the way you truly desire if you've just spent hours and hours or hundreds of practice runs doing this whilst you're in a lucid dream. So is this starting to make sense? What we do in this course in the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab is we begin changing your perception of not just how you see the world, but how you actually wake up and interact in it, how you show up in the world, how you show up in your life, how you see yourself in life, and how you can start showing up and engaging as that highest version of you, not just for yourself, but truly for the benefit of every single person who's going to have the pleasure of connecting with you. So when you can start living lucidly in this way where you know there's no obstacle too big, there is no dream that is out of reach, there is no blockage that cannot be rewired, that's when you really start becoming unstoppable. And if you don't understand that, it doesn't matter how many random good days you happen to have in a month, you're going to find yourself continuously getting stuck in a rut. We have to start being consistent. You have to start understanding the importance of your dreams and what they are nudging you to pay attention to. You have to rise up and see this time that you have here in each day as incredibly precious and start taking action in this world from that place. It's great to have a job. It's great to have money, a good relationship, your health. Yes, absolutely. But that is not going to be enough, and you shouldn't settle for it just being enough. If it's something that is not filling you up fully, if you know deep within that you can be dreaming bigger, if you have that kind of calling on your heart and in your dreams that's constantly coming in and out of your mind, and it pops up in your daydreams and you're always thinking about how you could be doing that or with this person, you can't ignore those things. They're not going to go away. The job that doesn't fulfill you, pay you enough, or use and utilize your own unique gifts and talents is never going to miraculously one day just start feeling super satisfying for you. The relationship that's just all right and makes you feel good sometimes or on a good day is never going to suddenly become overwhelmingly potent and encouraging and full of love and abundance. Making just enough money to get by is not going to ever miraculously get you so much closer to all those bigger goals that you crave, and yet deep down really unattainable if you just continue in the cycle of doing what you've always been doing. But what I want to say is that you don't have to continue the cycle. That choice is fully yours. And I decided to break mine. I can tell you that in terms of just money, even as an easy example that everyone can understand, what I made in cash this month, not revenue, cash collected this month, is more than I made the entire year of 2018. And that is something that I have begun to manifest in my life by getting started with exactly the kind of processes that I'm going through and explaining to you in this free training series. I had the limiting beliefs that I'm talking about. I feel like I have the mindset, but I'm not able to actually take action with it. That I know so many of you tuning into this understand. And so that's really why I don't take this stuff lightly, and I don't want you to take it lightly either, because it can truly change your life. So if you understand what I'm saying, if you get this and you feel ready to break the cycles, and you know that you can't just keep doing the same thing that you've been doing, and you're craving a new way to go forwards, please join us in the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab Mastermind. This is more than just a mindset for manifestation and a mindset for lucid dreaming. This is about personal development, self-exploration, entrepreneurial expansion, and bringing things into this world that are going to change it. Transpersonal and spiritual practices that enable us to consciously connect with the collective and not just rise up ourselves, but help other people, everyone that we're connected to, do the same and contribute back in life in a way that fills us up. So if you're ready to believe in yourself and all the incredible gifts that you possess, and you are excited to share them, if you are ready to become a powerful and potent lucid dreamer who can use this practice for not just stuff like flying around or eating good food, and don't get me wrong, like that stuff is great, but if you're ready to use it for something more meaningful and purposeful, then please get in touch and let's see if this is a good fit for you. And I will say that this is absolutely not for everyone. I'm looking for very specific people. If you feel like you're one of them, then let's find out, because you have nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain. And worst case scenario, we end up chatting on Zoom for 30 minutes and I send you away with some awesome free resources that will help you enhance your practice for wherever you're at right now. So please comment calendar below or DM me the word calendar, and my team will send you a link to book in a free lucid growth strategy session with me, where we can start mapping out the best next steps for you to manifest your dreams into a reality. Or feel free to send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are here to support you, get excited with you, and celebrate your journey to dreaming bigger and just manifesting so much more. If you decide to join us this last week, we will give you a $1,000 discount if you decide to enroll, just because you deserve it, and I love to reward someone who's just ready to take action and start transforming lives. So I hope you have enjoyed this full 3-part series. If you've missed episode 1 or episode 2, part 1 or part 2, they're on my YouTube channel. They're also in the guide section if you're watching this in the Facebook group, and I would love to hear your biggest takeaway from this series so far. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me, taking the time to join me live today, or if you're watching this on replay. I would love to connect with you. I would love to pray for you or meditate on something for you that you are manifesting into creation right now. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Wishing you the most beautiful, abundant, lucid, and lovely day possible. See you next week.
It is life-changing, both personally and professionally.
The process of really stepping into the next level of my entrepreneurship in ways that I hadn't even realized I was blocked, because the dream world reveals to you not only what's possible, but also what maybe is hidden.
But I've learned so much about how lucid dreams can benefit my future and my business. And it's been such an exciting adventure already, and I cannot wait to continue on.
I love the way she structured the course and how it's so clear and kind of step by step. So for a complete novice like me, who only really had a very vague idea of what lucid dreaming actually was, it felt really accessible.
I feel more focused on exactly where I want to go, and I am so grateful to be part of this course. It will change your life. It will change your mindset. It will give you tools you never knew you wanted. Like, it's seriously amazing.
But I have to say that Lana is an amazing teacher of the class, and I would suggest anybody taking it. It's definitely scholarly, like college level kind of course, and it's an 8-week program. So check it out.
Even if simply on a one-on-one basis in her dream coaching, I think that's extremely valuable.
If you are on the fence, if you are thinking about getting into your dream life, I suggest getting lucid with Lana.